Okay, chat, we are here. We got Sentinels on defense, we got PRX on attack, and Jing gets dropped a frenzy. Shout out to Devi for doing that one. Nade close with the smoke, the blocks vision, and you can pop on this one if they want to. Yeah, really early on, we're just trying to make sure that Jing can get ult as fast as possible. We're just enabling Jing.
It's an early nade. Ruby May not taking control of it though, just holding it lightly and now setting their eyes over towards mid. Posturing for now.
Yeah, the smoke does block vision. They have created pressure over towards middle.
This is what I was talking about earlier, the tempering that you see. It's not the PRX of old.
Smoke for heaven.
But also making sure that
and then got to look at this. 3 people heavy over towards A. Obviously there is a stun that can help.
Walking up and exploding out onto the side. Bang is under that tremendous
that Omen flash wrecked them. They're all in the corner.
Side as well, a bit of a handshake of it and supplementing, assisting. Second trying to come from the side here. Sentinels attempting to
I mean, Jing's already halfway to an ult on this. Big 2v2.
2v2.
John without any flashes to work with. Dog re-clearing.
The dog's so far back as well, that kind of gives him a little bit of info. Obviously, one could have taken the space with it.
Something just trying to go for the reposition, just missed the timing onto it, but bullets are flying forward. Smoke.
Damn, this reposition from him is incredible.
Hyper orb blooms, blossoms. Time is ticking.
I think that wins the round.
Tension in the air. First round is everything. It's how you set the pace. Something not accounted for, barely gets it under control. The damage done to John QT. He's managed it still to buy.
Dude, that reposition was great from him. Really big play. Really, really big play.
And already getting a glimpse of how PRX want to play these moments. Choosing to try to take that timing with the
as well,
up and be heaven, pushing forward, looking for it. Everything went wrong at the very start. Felt like Sentinels had got that. Big flash, couple of players extremely lost.
You fear doing because of the pistol? Yeah, I mean, we went for it, Death. Don't come for me.
Scrabbling for a gun on the floor and forsaken out of his seat already. Do feel like
okay, they're allowed 2 deaths on this one. Allowed 2 deaths, and we definitely got to keep an eye on Jing a little bit here. So if they do get over towards the site, you're probably going to see some kind of switch of guns so that he can farm his ult.
Speaking of something, he's already taken the first blood here in this round. Obviously, no weaponry to work with for Sentinels.
What was he doing? Yeah, I think he went for a TP.
Bit of a gamble stack from them over towards A, just hoping that PRX might work.
Pressure over towards middle with the smoke as well. Block vision, create pressure over towards here. This is nice from Sentinels though. Bit of a read, bit of a gamble potentially. Don't know which, but they gambled right.
They're just leading with something, looking for the contact. Usually, if there is going to be a defensive stack, there's going to be a crossfire setup or somebody looking to take contact.
It is all the way through main. Still, that fault line's going to be a big connection. Oh, we're getting hot and heavy. Okay,
Jesus.
Up close and personal for Satan.
Yeah, and they kind of just gave him a gun. It's a great rotate from PRX. As we can see in the minimap, it's perfect. But obviously, they still need to kind of jump around all these corners and check them.
This body on the line to make sure that they can get that easy access over towards B.
Bang with a classic. Doesn't choose to take the fight early. Waits for reinforcements.
Yeah. Shout out to Zelsa say it throws the gun over towards Narrate, who actually has more HP.
Could still be a problem with his pistols in hand. Pesky, unable to really root them out, but control of the site.
And it's gonna be interesting because they're just gonna. Okay, so they're waiting for John.
As well through B main. John took a deep timing down mid.
Fault line, good connection. Satchel backwards. Jing trying to play to a bit of safety here. John has been spotted. Found out initially here, damage being done over to the water. Top, but
okay, got a little bit close. No doubt about it. Jing, 2 away from his ult. Patman halfway.
A decent amount of damage done as well. They've got a rifle and a bulldog that they're saving into the next round here, PRX, and they'll still have some other weaponry.
Yeah, I mean, they lose 1 main gun. It's not too bad.
Only going for a Marshall in that round, so he's still going to have some. But overall, this is where things really start to heat up. Sentinels are going to have a good game plan to stop these pops.
There.
Judge on the bonus for Jing.
Finally getting into the gun round here. Weapons online here for Sentinels, and fast as they goes this time. Yeah, that Judge is not going to be getting the value. We've seen Jing just wrecking havoc.
They've been leaning heavy into it when they've been doing double jaws.
Well, he gets himself deep inside there and just starts spamming because he knows what's coming towards him.
Play for them still.
Built on the road, thanks so much for the prime. Thank you for that. It's a great trade on this.
Quickly put down and trade inside there from the rate.
I think that favors the defenders actually because you've taken down that
Once they lose mid control, Sentinels, they dog out over towards A. Obviously, if you don't see anyone here, you think the majority of the time that they're not going to be ending here. You can at least take a lot of the info. Dude, imagine they get this kill on sight.
Just wrangle the rifle in time, snaps it straight to Zeken's head. This is a 2v3 scenario, but still very much winnable. Just depends if they can take out John. He's near sighted.
Yeah, and Forsaken actually saw him in heaven.
Trying to be assisted with
I'm managing this one, 2v4.
Doesn't help him out though just yet. 2v2 now for PRX. Getting that plant down. No fast play, I should say, from Sentinels here. Making sure to slow it down for now. Grouping up.
The great reposition from Patman.
Inserted into the smoke and wants to try and dominate this angle here. How does it get cleared? Traded into the 1v1. Bang versus Forsaken. Time is ticking on the spike. Making footsteps, making noise. Util as well. Expended, that is a bit of a catch. Smoke in the back pocket. Going to be covering, obfuscating, forces the issue from Forsaken, but he's biding his time.
Damn, 2v4 for the bonus.
Small misread there from Bang.
Yeah, Sentinels are going to be guarded with that one.
Any level of challenge on him as he went through.
Patman did great as well. Yeah, Forsaken 100% saw this guy backside. I saw the ping on Minimap.
Quite factored in that he'd hit Forsaken with the paranoia, and Forsaken was just having to tuck. Both excellent players, but it's Forsaken who comes out on top. And that's PRX winning the bonus as well. SEN are going to pull out stingers here to try to get a little bit of equalizing factor. Can they swarm? Can they find the reads early? Well, Zeken instantly detected. He's always got a gate crash to try to bail out of there.
Yeah, Outlaw, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people that can get one shot, there's one of them.
Something to just pluck them out of the picture.
Yeah, that's tough.
Flash forwards, it's going to be that refight attempted with stingers still.
And John didn't go for it.
John backs himself away.
Not giving away his position. But also nobody from PRX looking to explore that either. They're going towards Bang and just missed the timing.
Unfortunate. Instant reposition. He's okay, just running around here.
I like the idea from John. It's not too bad. In a bonus round as well, or like a low buy to kind of bait here, normally you would expect him to swing, so it's a good chance you don't expect him over towards here.
Rather than doing something quick and early themselves. I think in previous tournaments where we've watched PRX, these are sometimes the rounds that are just gutting to watch because you know they need to play with
Is it double stack for Sentinels
on the anti-eco, and yet they rush things. Now you're seeing patience.
Oh, it's a good Omen flash as well. Great shot.
Onto the side, doesn't really stand a chance there. Too many angles to watch for. Round to the corner, stinger in hand.
Actually got a little scary. To give him another gun there, it could have been kind of crazy. Get the plant down, Patman has ult, something has ult, Jing has ult, big buy rounds. Oh, dude.
This is the kind of start.
Sentinels might try and do something aggro at the beginning here.
Something's going to drop the Outlaw in this round. They've got an opportunity to combo some nasty ultimates together. This is the round to invest in too, because
dude, Sonya, I literally,
they're going to get knocked down onto
I like rarely use mine.
Kaplan's already called a timeout.
The only time I use it, Sonya, is like when I play TFT or something.
And I think this is a really tough one to call, because Kaplan can't particularly give them advice beyond the next round. The horizon is round 5 that you're about to step into.
PRX been leaning into something opping a lot, like on the attack side, yeah. But I think they do it more when he is Yoru. And again, the double duelist comp for them works so well.
So maybe Kaplan's going to call something aggressive, perhaps, off the rip, try to rip tempo away from the Southeast Asian team.
Try and get proactive maybe onto the extremities.
Very difficult to do that though against a Yoru ult. Yoru ult speeds stuff up massively on the attack side. Essentially lets you dodge whatever Sentinels are going to do and scout it out for free.
And that's part of the trouble we're trying to come up with.
Dominating the bot lane? Oh my goodness.
On the other side of this timeout, because it has been slow going for PRX
Christmas
so far,
time.
but listen, in this timeout, they can just turn up the tempo immediately with the dimensional drift. They've got the ults to do it, and we know that is how they like to play.
I do like this.
Okay, a lot of ults. This is going to be very hard for Sentinels. I would imagine them to be proactive. Even if it's just getting the ult here, I think that makes a lot of sense, right? You can kind of combo these a little bit, at least getting the information. Early stun and AWP.
Aggro for Zeken. He set up nice and early with the fault line.
And you would imagine if there was a Yoru here, they would get the AWP.
Support Zeken here from Bang and from Narrate.
TP to get out as well. He's not going to be shy. Breaking the util.
But that tells you that Jing is here with his showstopper just
as a
around
TP
the
back
corner.
site.
Zeken, though, is a difficult target with that teleport.
And here it is, Dimensional Drift now. Right as the gate crash was really about to fade, yeah, so Zekken forced to try and take this one out.
1, 2, didn't spot default. Fado should give him the sign though. Hits 1, 2, 3. You're no way. Okay, but they can get over towards site, or okay, no, with the numbers they enable. This is, dude, do you know what I like about this from PRX? Oh, PRX, no joke, this is a 5-person commit. These days we got a 4-1 and they give themselves option. We have the option to go back. It's so nice.
They have the A site completely for free, and Narrate is dead, so no breach ult to be able to go for the retake. Though Zekken has earned his
mini, yeah, this feels like a little bit of mini, just like options, right?
Look how many
just you get hit so heavy by something, you have an option.
Divine in a deep spot. These are all things that Sentinels need to deal with before they can even get close.
It's really good here as well. They can delay so much.
Smoke in your face.
They got your ult to be able to go through this, but they still don't have the breach ult on this. Big rounds, pump for heaven, so the vision block of Bang's gonna be pretty important. Yeah, Bang needed to win that. Lose sight, but in return take heaven. A lot of big jewels over towards heaven for Zelsis.
Support reinforcements is going to be arriving finally, just in time. Patman is going to be falling.
Dude, just as he was about to smoke, nicely done from Forsaken. Dude, sick round for PRX. Again, we see so much new from them this year, and this was one of it in terms of like more macro play, right? The 4-1, they have an option. They take the space, they go back. Very nice. Again, most teams, I wouldn't highlight this and compliment it because it's just like normal, but you just don't see it normally when it's PRX.
Catching it, and then also lurking Divine into A is just masterful. The call there to cancel that presumably comes from Divine on the opposite side of the map. Guys, don't commit, don't commit. If it looks difficult,
blue player with the prime. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you for that.
Let's go back into A. Absolutely gorgeous play.
And the slow play continues, something.
Yeah, Outlaw again, he's just farming. It feels like he finds 2 every single time when it's anti-eco.
Has been a bit hit or miss over the course of this tournament, but when he knows he's up against a half armor, a lot of confidence. Sentinel's taking a gamble stack.
And this
you
is
Pharaoh with the prime. Thank you so much for 5 months. Thank you, thank you.
Outlaw and never walking into the stack.
Oh, this is going to be explosive.
Big Omen flash. Big Omen flash. Hit 3.
They're just trying to chop these players down to the knees.
Holy, they just won it. Oh man, the trade of the molly came in at the end. It felt like an icebox round. 10 bars and Jewel over towards B.
And perhaps Sentinels would have won just based on time. Stuck inside the snake bite, ticking down.
Whoa, dude, that is crazy. It's so close.
A second later, Sentinels end up winning a round.
A little bit more touch and go, but PRX still in control. And this is another round to look to try to invest ultimates.
Yeah, it's a heavy stack from Sentinels over towards A though.
Weaponry in the hands of these Sentinels players though. This time they want to try and get that hold over towards A heaven. Heavy stack with the bodies, a lot of util. Going to be expended here by PRX. They want to make sure that they gain control of ramp. The tap, seeing if they can bait out a response. Now giving up that space as well, going walkabouts, re-exploring in through mid, just in case. Again, they weren't playing a slow spread default. They do have to re-clear these areas. A lot of unknowns. In through B main,
they're definitely like fine with cancelling a lot. This time they didn't really have the option. But it's still nice to see that they do it, and then they kind of re-explore map control like together.
And Forsaken's heard that. He heard the dog.
Especially when you know that the sky is over towards A. Like your pressure over towards B is not much of a chance it gets re-cleared.
Something as a lurk, which was so crucial.
Or at least they have to take a risk to do it.
Yoru was pulling.
Okay, Yoru, 1-person fake over towards B, TP's here, so he was running with his clone as well to kind of make it look like more footsteps. Seekers reveals everyone here, it's a good trade though. Omen all over towards spawn for fast rotate, Narrate has all, and at the moment this is only going to hit 1. Keep an eye on the double hold over towards heaven. Big satchel.
And everybody going to be scattered up into the air. PRX, how the hell do you hold on to this one? Stunned up. And taken out. Bang.
Still no plant, by the way.
Regained a bit of that control, and Ground Patman swinging from the side, and time is running short. PRX got to get a bit of a move on here. They need to claim these kills.
Yeah, it was a nice fast flood from Sentinels on this one.
Finally putting a round on the board.
Yeah, I mean, in hindsight, more need to go over towards site, but they're on top of the breach ult going over towards site here, so they're trying to like get the plant and then play heavy heaven as they take over towards site with the breach ult. It's just the fact that Sentinels fast flooded off the top of the spike, I think, maybe a bit before.
With time running short and good information about where they were going to pop, they get that sky flash at the same time as the breach ult, and they're there for the fast flood before the spike can even go down.
Okay, Sentinels win a round. 2 people that won't be able to buy next round if PRX win this one. You got Viper wall over towards A, it blocks vision, and then at the same time it's good for retake, and it's just purely because of this ult.
John used that first one. No information, now uses the Trailblazer. Can they dodge that? They look to just break it with a couple.
That's a fake TP. Obfuscating the intent a little bit, and this Viper's Pit is causing problems. PRX.
Sentinels have done a good job of holding one over towards A. They got mid control, so
and I think Sentinels
they can heavy lean.
Very happy about this one. Still full breach utility,
but
back
they
with
don't.
The paranoia. They've got tools to be able to defend this.
Bang's gonna have to be that playmaker. A lot of util, Nightfall coming out, sticks himself into the back of the site. He's gonna look to try and pre-aim potentially a TP into the back.
Damn, Jing sends it Omen. Dude, Omen ult as well. Fade ult into Omen ult and Yoru TP, 2 things that they can't hear over towards site. That was really nice. Had Omen ult over towards spawn, TP back towards back of site.
Again, PRX asserting themselves fully locked down and rooted in spot onto this site. It's going to be a very difficult task for Sentinels to try and retake.
They need to clear hell first.
All the way forwards here. The clone is going to be...
No way. Team flashed by his own clone.
I didn't even see them. I don't know how Jing
this was a very nice round from PRX. Fado into side, lose the sound, TP on the back, Prowler here, clone goes in fast, hits the raise, go back towards site as well and just pinch in. Very, very nice.
To new box, something flies into the back of sight, and Forsaken ults deep into spawn, making use
it's a
of
really, really cool round from them.
They had that Fade ultimate that takes away all of the sound.
Oh wait, there were 2 there?
How has he got the read? Whilst flash up,
wait, that took me so long to realise. I thought it was 1 first time.
Crazy round from
Chema Yuki, thank you for the 7 gifted.
Just
and thank you for the 1 gifted. I appreciate that.
All different areas. Jing,
thank you for the 7-1 gifted. Double timeout for them.
Bermuda triangle and surround the defenders on the B side.
So Sentinels here, I don't know if they have a read, but with the information they had, there should have been 3 on B. So, and I think normally Sentinels rotates are pretty good, so I wonder if that was some kind of anti coming in that meant that they didn't rotate. But I think they messed up a little bit.
It's also an incredible map for PRX. When they played, it was the only map
A control, full mid control. Still had 2 on A.
They destroyed Sentinels on split, when arguably Sentinels were the best team in the tournament at that time in Madrid on split. So, you know, PRX have just got a style that works phenomenally well, and it's really difficult to deal with right here, and especially on the attack side.
It's because of the luck. It doesn't matter about the luck. You should still, with the info they had here, it still should have been a 1-1-3 lean.
But this is a great start for PRX on their map pick, and exactly how they would have visualized it going.
Looking to rewrite the history books as well from that last.
And they might be keeping it simple with this one. Let's see if they use ults into the eco again. The money's not crazy out of control, so not against the ults on this round.
Connects to almost absolutely everyone here, just trying to step up towards it. But again, Sentinels don't really have the weapons to be fighting too hard. It's been slow going from PRX. They've never been overcommitting so far. It's always just been dipping your feet in the pool, almost just seeing what the temperature's like every single time. Slow walking up. Not using too much util now, all grouped up, really testing their own fundamentals and trusting in them that that's going to carry them through. For Jing, maybe if a better weapon was in the hands of the Ray, he could have handled it still. Zekic's there, there's walls on walls.
Forced it a little bit. Keep an eye on Bang. Pushed all the way through B, plays all of this.
It's ripped off. Something was to clear.
Again, you've got the no info Sentinel here, so nothing to give them the info about this, really.
I think it's really important that PRX don't put their players in one-and-done positions now. They need to be playing off each other.
Forsaken's so eager to take that fight.
He
Yeah,
says
this is
his
maybe a bit
Forsaken
overeager,
takes
but
one.
he's played the situation. He's played it perfectly.
It's so funny.
impeccable.
He's like, they're going to play
There's no
together
cue
as
for John to play
Forsaken
off.
just
He had no
sends it
idea
at
that was
them.
going to be that deep onto the line. Wrapping
Bang.
around here, bang.
He made the long pilgrimage through mid, through sewer, and he's rewarded with a gun.
Needs a few more.
Shots,
Hold
huh?
on. Something's going to be dropped. There's another one on the table. Maybe there's a chance. Second.
One enemy
Tippy tappy,
remaining.
happy feet. Leaves it just out of the Devi. At the blink of an eye.
I can't believe they won this.
Bang!
I cannot believe they won this.
That's going to get a huge reaction from
Oh
Alex.
boy.
You can't
That's
be losing
around the
round
PRX
like
shouldn't be
that.
losing. That's around they shouldn't be losing.
MasterCard thrifty from Sentinels,
Oh boy.
but one that they were pretty much gifted with there. Looked like a scramble from PRX. I think they thought they'd already won the round.
That was kind of nuts.
You know, once Forsaken is in heaven and he's taken down 2, it's a 4v2.
The 4v2 in their
PRX
eco.
have guns and Sentinels have nothing. Fair enough. This flank from Bang,
Yeah,
unexpected.
there's a bit too much from something there. He's got to make sure he stays alive, but he's trying to be the win condition.
Exactly what Sentinels needed to try to get this half back to somewhat even.
There it is.
Dude, every time I see Mind
So
Freak's
put together
face, he's
for a
just like,
moment,
my
but
goodness,
falls
is this
apart in the
actually
end.
what we do all the time?
PRX looking to put it back together once more.
He looks like he's in a
Players
constant
gotta be ready
state of
Okay,
shock
second
every time I watch
was
him.
dealt with. Getting cheeky.
Every round, it feels like PRX are bunched up as 4 or 5.
Yeah.
So SEN, they know that they can take space on the opposite side.
Ult's expended now with the showstopper into the hands of
Yeah,
Ching,
that's
just
an easy
snaps
one.
To the side, catches John in
Dude,
time. Satchel
the
forwards.
fade eye from
Gaining side
Batman
control
just got
for
them
them.
so
Be
much
ahead of
here.
plan.
He
They've
knew,
lost
he knew
control
exactly
of
where
that
to pre him
entirely.
because of the
Sentinels
trail.
that are in pretty
Big
decent
Joel
spot
coming
to
up
try
for
and play this
something.
retake, despite the player disadvantage.
Bang's in a decent position for a paranoia as well, but it's choosing to challenge elbow early.
Rock into the corner. It's all on this kill here.
great
Something
timing on that.
Claims it.
And now he just needs to
Tells
not
it's
peek
gone.
heaven.
Something going okay. Just swinging around to the side there. Hands himself to the rate. Leaves it into this spot. Good flash round towards it, but it did
Yeah, it's
blind
all
the
good.
Bang in the process. So
So good.
PRX continue to accrue and add rounds to the tally.
8-2, extremely powerful half. And I think a lot of these early rounds, it feels like Sentinels are expecting PRX to be starting in a bit more of a defaulty spot, but they're always running into 3 or 4 players if they try to early fight. You know, when Zekken takes a challenge there, maybe he could get out
Okay,
if there was only
win
1 or 2
win
PRX
one,
players.
lose the
starting
next.
towards A,
Win
but look
one,
at it
lose the
again.
next. Money's in the
5
bin.
of
Same
them
thing for
towards
PRX
A
though,
ramp.
but
Makes
obviously
it
get the
tough
full
to
buy on this
stop.
one. Not great for Sentinels, but again,
This
just a
train's got
strong
massive
lean over
momentum,
towards
but
A.
Zekken, he takes down the tip of it. Forsaken dealt with, no smokes now.
Second wave of util as well. Flash with no connection. A bit of spam though. Bullets exchanged. Through top ramp. Both teams going to be conceding that space up, honestly. Drawing new battle lines.
And if indeed PRX make the call to try to go up through B heaven here, they're going to be running into a Bucky. Zelsis, with money in the bank actually, still 2K, has opted into the Bucky this round.
Money's a bit skew with all over the place here for Sentinels, but he might be able to do
Uh-oh,
work
no
with it.
fade here.
All depends on the discipline, and he just bides his time, holds it down. Second shot, pellets into the wall,
Two
saves
over
the life
towards
of Jing.
site.
He's able to get that trade.
He's got that regen armor though, and that might actually save him.
It's going to be slowing
Omen
this one
flash
down, allowing
goes
Sen to
in,
try and get some bodies into the
and what
mix.
can Patman do
Can
over
they try and
towards
help them
main?
out? Bang, he's just drifting in and outside to side. Still one player tucked towards the corner.
Ooh,
trying to take that
nicely
swing.
done from
Devi
Devi.
just drops them all.
The second has all.
2v2 though, and Guardian retrieved for Narrate. Very winnable, especially with Zekken's information, but Narate's got to make sure he doesn't take a 1v2.
Here it is. Dimensional drift spots them out. It's 2 players alerted to the presence.
Ooh, that creates a lot of pressure.
PRX know that they have to refight for this space all the way forwards again. Out wide. The rate was high up onto the perch. Defensive angle and a swing through.
Holy, bro. He's so good.
The difference maker.
He's so good at clutching.
It's a monster in the clutch,
He's
isn't he?
so good at clutching.
1v3 against G2 was part of the
He made that
biggest
look
reasons
so
that PRX are
easy.
where they are right now. And here a 1v2 against G2's America's rivals deletes Narate and Zekken. Mini said it. He's got the talent. He just needs the belief. And the more clutches he gets, the more belief he's going to have.
Yeah, Alex just can't quite believe that this is his life, but here it is, the final round of this first half. No switch-ups. PRX didn't broke. try to fix it.
They still have this combo, Fadal
Trying to go
with the
for it.
Omen.
Nice shot.
Bang. Has the exit, at least with the TP. Horn's going to be spawning him. Double TP. Horn on his heels. Satchel in to just try and catch him round to the side now.
Banged it really good to get up there.
Heal online. Nightfall's going to be connecting though, and that's going to be cutting away the sound cues. This is fast, hot, and heavy. It's what we're used to here with PRX, but they insert a bit of a pause.
2 over towards site.
And now they're going to see it.
Oh my goodness, looking like me on the server. Dude, he did so good, and then that. It's a 4v3, it's a 1v3. It's so fast right now, it's crazy.
One left to find. Spike.
Spike over towards Heaven. Got the TP though to get it. It's all good. Spike's now isolated though.
Spike is kind of committed.
Yeah, it's a 1v1. Wasn't super convincing. Okay, nicely done from PRX though. 10-2. That was a solid half from them.
Explosive. I was expecting pace, but honestly, it was a slow crawl from PRX. They were playing their own game.
I was also expecting a bit more competition coming out here in this first half. SEN looking slow to begin. In a map where I think they should have been able to set up some nice retake scenarios. PRX are just too sharp. Look at Jing here.
Absolutely unreal.
He's closed the book, man.
They're looking to try and take away this map nice.
He's out of there.
We'll be finding out the conclusion of it on the other side.
No more timeouts. I mean, they can speak in at halftime now, so we can say like a little bit at least. Yeah, might be a fast one unless Sentinels can get a pistol here. Hello, Prius. How you doing, mate? You gotta chill out and close this one? Yeah, no doubt. The 1 day timeout. Oh yeah, I forgot I timed you out for a day. I kind of forgot I did that. Why no op on SEN? I mean, they didn't really get the money to do it, mate, to be honest. And then a lot of rounds where maybe they were tempted to do it, they were like up against a lot of ults, which normally suggest that PRX want to go fast. You did the first series. Surely I can redeem VIP. Prius, that is not how it works. I don't know what kind of streams you've been chilling out in, but that is not how it works here. You did your job, you did the bare minimum, and you're asking for VIP? That's not a thing, mate.
In terms of their just output as well, but it's Jing and Patman, honestly. Jing has been putting up phenomenal numbers this entire time, but Patman as well as another player that, you know, the Desk has been highlighting it, we've been highlighting it. He's added this extra element that's been sorely
Bare maximum, he killed it.
Of times, and he's delivering now on the biggest stage.
Yeah, you see it reflected here in the Coinbase Econ report.
Honestly, I like the confidence from you,
Jing on
Prius.
their attack side, especially in this tournament.
How's the train? You can ask how the train is at 10-2?
I think some of it is looking towards their defense side, getting a bit more value from their big players. Jing, something on that half, but when it comes to attack, the pathing, the feel of the timings and entering, it's all been wonderful. And frankly, 10-2, you shouldn't have too many doubts about them closing it out. Now, okay, it's PRX. We've seen
we got
the game against Liquid. We all know what happened there.
We got the Sheriff.
Ended up losing their entire tournament run.
The one Sheriff. Dude, that is a lot of classics. A lot of util, a lot of classics. Sentinels flash over towards Heaven, doesn't hit anyone, so you can take the TP. Okay, deep TP.
It's definitely going to be at the back of the PRX players.
Heal goes in.
Heads, I think,
looks like the
making sure they don't lose grip
spam from Patman actually got a little bit. And Patman's in, Patman's in trouble.
Trying to turn that
PRX go for one of their classic pistols, right? Just heavy lean over towards one side, and they're going to retake this one.
Full retake going to be played here by PRX, but they have given up A Heaven.
Yeah, and there's still a smoke over towards Heaven.
They're going to have to start to re-clear it now. We can see moves being made. Second holding the flash. A refight is going to be called for, and everything's paranoia forwards. Did not catch on to something though. He was the only player that could stand
Do they
up to
consider
that.
the luck on
Indeed
this
he
one?
does. Wins it out. Celsius Just trying to buy this time.
Something just jumped over towards here. He took the TP backside. Omen Flash was incredible. Oh my god, and before this he just checked fence as well. He's everywhere.
They've swarmed the site. Palman with the defuse already, and they're just trying to hunt down these last remaining players.
Damn, bro. They made that look easy as well.
Find a better round than that from something.
Dude, that Omen flash into TP backside was so sick. Also, his two teammates get flashed and he swings and saves them.
And then he rips a teleport, a gate crash into backside.
Yeah, Omen flash into TP. What a replay, man. What a replay.
That is gorgeous. Team play, coordination, and all set up so fast.
He's like, you like that?
That's
like
a
that flash?
masterclass. That is brilliant. And
yeah, and Sentinels have no choice but to go for the Stinger. But honestly, NA Stingers, they're still 3 over towards A though. Flash goes in, you can't take that TP anymore. Oh, it took it.
The last resort at this point.
Okay, so Flash hits. When the Flash hits, you stun, and then they take the TP.
Knees with a Guardian in hand. Full group up from Sentinels. They're looking to really just try and take
this
one with bodies and by storm. But again, something is holding it down. Jing's by his side. Going to be calling for a refight of their own. Flash.
Oh, we're out here healing.
Nobody blinded, but okay. Divide.
For God's sake, guys, chill out a bit.
That judge in hand. There's a 2v3. PRX can't get too ahead of themselves, but so much damage done. Won't take much to bring down Zelsis and the Wraith.
An incredible confidence from something. Throws down the teleport into Mail, and then he's getting around all the way behind.
See him just through the X-ray.
Yeah, just locking him in the whole time.
Blind's going to be slowing down.
Something's got the good flank on now.
Smoke in their faces. They're just trying to push them into something, just
trapped.
in case.
I mean, they know they're over towards heaven.
Nowhere to hide. You're going to try and fight your way out. But again,
very nicely handled. Very nicely handled. Well, you got to Stinger force this again. 10 chances.
That force fire of the Stingers may well be the last hurrah for Sentinels here on Split. Last time they played against each other, 13-5 was the scoreline for PRX on Split. I think this looks even more dominant today. Now, having said that, Sentinels did end up winning that match 3-1. In fact, final match was Sunset, which is where we're going next, but it's going to have to be a huge turnaround for this series not to just look massively one-sided. Stingers again.
Has to be. PRX up to 12 now. A lot of damage done.
A lot of damage to Jing though.
Jing decayed down. Going to be
a lot of pressure, a lot of sound over towards A, but they still haven't been able to actually take B main control.
Other areas of the map, not just A main for once. It's mainly PRX though that we're doing that on our own attack side. Still, it's nice to see that the rest of Split does exist.
Using double initiator utility to try to get up mid, put pressure on Divide. But these players with light armor, most of them. Oh no,
the walk into
armor,
B.
But still, they will go down like
multiple
Damn, the walk into B. Fair play. Walked right side of the smoke and got double.
B main, they run over them heaven as well. That's going to unlock the site for their taking. Heal online as
yeah, let's see for Patman and Jing. I mean, more so Patman than Jing. It's about a little bit of damage. Basically, Patman has to survive to make sure they can get a full buy.
First time it feels
going for it.
Yeah, it's first time it feels like we've had PRX in a spot where they aren't ready to go for that flood defend. They aren't up players. SEN completely in their proper spots for the post plan. But also not really that much of an opportunity to upgrade to better weapons. There's still 3 on Sentinels that are running the
Rather
Stinger
than
and bang
VIP
with a
Prius,
Guardian.
what if we VIP Andy?
On the retreat?
Yeah, I'm definitely listening more about that one.
Maybe get an exit or two.
And you get the added bonus that it would annoy Prius as well.
You don't necessarily need the exit
win.
kills here. Look, SEN are still saving 0 proper rifles.
Yeah.
VIP the replay guy.
And there's also 9 opportunities.
And then for champs, we VIP you.
For PRX to close this out.
Prius, what we'll do is you have to come in here early, Prius, tomorrow, and you tell us what game you're gonna do, and then the chat will give you a rating. If it's above an 8, you can have VIP.
Yeah, they can feel it. It's about as good as a beginning as you could hope for. 12-3.
You're always the first series. Okay, well, then we'll see how tomorrow goes.
That breaks the Camel's back. Re-clearance there with a fault line, trying to take a bit of B main control. Sentinels. They earn it, but they back themselves away.
It's a flurry of utility on both sides towards B main, but it's PRX.
He already has my 10 out of 10. I mean, I'm definitely timing you out tomorrow.
Hunting for a kill, but he's handed a freebie. Straight over here to Sentinels. Vi trying to re-clear some of that space and regain that gun. Does so successfully.
Okay, pressure over towards middle, but this is still nice though. They kind of re-clear, get the info over towards middle, 3-person lean. I mean,
he's moving over towards A to reinforce
I'm not saying it's obviously a 4v5, but like
ending over towards A.
They're in a good pause.
Up through heaven, flash, no connection, dodge for now. Devi. Got the horseshoe out, don't know where it is.
Dude, the bait on something here is incredible. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. You jump spotted. You're all good.
Something is close.
Holy, nice stack over towards here. The information from Devi that he got over towards middle, enabled the 3-person stack. Dude, they absolutely wrecked them here. They really, really did.
Obliterated, wiped away there.